Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Brittney Verner. Oh man, this is long overdue, man. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Looking great in the outfit. Please have a seat right here. Please have a seat. Oh man, let me stand up first. There you go. All right, man. Hey, don't you guys go not a damn bit of nowhere, because right after this brief commercial break, we got Brittney Verner right here in the hot seat, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And ladies and gentlemen, we got Brittney Verner right here, man. What's going on, Brittney? How you been?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
I am great, but more importantly, how are you? How was the trip up, and how's everything going on over in Brittney land?
Well, the trip up was good. You know, there was a little bit of traffic. There's always traffic coming to D.C., but I love D.C., so it was great. Definitely. Happy to be here.
Man, I'm happy to have you guys. If you do not know, she is the country's world-renowned newscaster. She done been everywhere. She done worked for every major network possible. So I have to ask you, how did you get your start in media, news, and entertainment? Because right now, you are arguably the most recognizable face in your field.
Wow.
So, with that being said.
Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Well, for starters, in college, I majored in journalism. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I started off actually in radio. I was producing a radio show on my college campus radio station, and then I loved it so much that I turned it into a talk show on our public access station in Michigan, where I was. So turned it into a talk show, and I fell in love with it. Then I started interning at Fox 2 News Detroit, which was my very first news station. That was the first newsroom that I ever stepped foot in. And I fell in love with it. Every day was different. Every day was crazy, because Detroit, there's obviously no shortage of news. There's always something really crazy going on. Okay. So, you know, the ambiguity of it all, and just like every day being different, you know, it just really put me in a different space.
All right, cool. So let me ask you this. You got to a point in your career or in your life where you were like, all right, you know what, this is it. You said in college you found your this is it moment. Like, this is what I want to be.
Yeah.
How did you know that you were ready to transition from being behind the scenes, quote unquote, not in front of a camera, but you have a microphone, you're on radio, you have a platform. How did you transition from, all right, let's get these cameras on me, let's get the lights, camera, and action on me? Was it when you stepped into that studio for the first time in Detroit on Fox Studio, or was it a situation where you knew before that, you know what, I'm going to be in front of this camera?
Well, it was actually when I turned my radio show into a talk show, and I started producing, and I had a co-host, so I was doing the talk show, and we would talk about 3 topics every show. It was really great, but yeah, when I stepped foot in the newsroom and I started interning there, that's when I knew I wanted to be a reporter, and I wanted to do news, because it was just, it was crazy.
So
every day was crazy and different.
It's got to be intimidating walking into a situation like that. Like, did you feel any kind of intimidation, any little butterfly or something like that when you walked in that first time? Like,
I mean, there's always butterflies, right? When you're doing something new, you know, it's a new territory, a new industry.
Because you're coming to take somebody's job. Like, you're looking for somebody's job. Like, when you come into it's a dog-eat-dog world over the newscaster world.
Yeah.
Think about it. How many people really interchange from news stations? You see them when you was a little kid. The same people still there at the news station. So it's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
It's very true. I mean, a lot of our anchors we see staying for the long haul. They stayed here for a long time. The reporters, it's kind of a revolving door. So in a lot of the markets, sometimes, unless you get some people who just want to stay and they want to, you know, build roots and whatnot in a certain industry. But yeah, I came, I saw, I conquered.
You definitely did, because after you conquered Detroit, and then after Detroit, Texas came calling. Tell me how you ended up in Texas out here at the news station out there.
Wow, yeah, so I was working for an ABC affiliate there. They actually called me about a position. I interviewed, I got the position. I went there, I worked for 2 years. I was in Central Texas, so my main office was in Waco, but my office was in Killeen. That's where Fort Hood is. I was there for 2 years. It was great. From there, I went to St. Louis. I was in St. Louis for about a year.
I know it is the KSDK. I did my research. I got people, you know, I got people in people's places where people be at. The pharmacists do that. So I heard you was at KSDK, you know, out there with my boy Frank Cusimano.
I was. Shout out to Frank. Frank is amazing. And I love his restaurant. Yep, I was at KSDK for a little over a year there. Great experience. I met some really, really awesome people. And then from there, I went to Florida, and then from Florida, I was in Jacksonville, Florida, actually, and from Florida, I came to Baltimore, and that's where I reside right now.
Right, I believe Jacksonville was CBS, right? And now you're with ABC now.
Yeah, Jacksonville was a CBS and Fox affiliate, so it's what's called a duopoly, and they actually have 2 affiliates that they broadcast to, so we would work for Fox and CBS simultaneously.
Well, I learned something today. I didn't know what a duop is, but we duopping now. That's what she was doing down there, but you had to come up to ABC because ABC said they wanted you, and then you're up here, and then since you've been up here, I have gotten the opportunity to see what you've been able to do. And you have a skill that is very, very unique and phenomenal. Not a lot of people can do this game called reporting. I'm keeping it real with you. I done seen some people attempt. The key word is attempt. I ain't seen too many successes. This is the first success story I've seen when someone's actually trying to do it. The only other lady I actually went to school with, Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott was an amazing announcer from ESPN. That was my man. Booyah, booyah, Stuart Scott. That was my guy. His niece actually got to go to school with her in Raleigh, North Carolina, where I finished my last couple years in high school. Really super dope. She's actually a newscaster as well. So, man, it's just good to see. It's two people, guys. Two people in the world. There's just two people in the world. So, after you transition and you're able to get out here, get established, and things like that, what are some other things Brittney likes to do outside of reporting? I heard, now this is what I heard now. I know it to be a fact, but I heard you got a clothing line. And not just any clothing line. You got the premier clothing line. Tell us about what you got going on over here, because I got a chance to see it. And then, look, ladies. Oh, your man gonna love to see you in that. Oh, yes,
Definitely
indeed.
is. So yes, my clothing line is Majesty Made It. I'm Majesty. I'm the one who makes it. So this is actually a part of my clothing line, which you see me wearing right now. I have on one of our bodysuits and the opera gloves along with it. So, you know, we got some really, really unique style and taste, things that are timeless that I like to make for the ladies. And then we order some things, you know, outsourced as well. So.
Oh, let me find out. Do you make anything for men? Because I keep it real with you. That color that you got on, I got a pair of shoes with some red bottoms, and I can't find a suit to match it. So you think you could?
I got a tie for you.
Y'all heard it. Y'all know how much I love the tie. Look, y'all, look. A couple of y'all have been shopping. Y'all know what it is when I see them ties. I'll be like, oh, but it's another one. I want that one too. I'm a tie man. Okay. I do that. So I'm gonna hold you to it. Don't worry about it. What brought you into the world of fashion? Because you got, like, in reporting, it takes a lot from you. Like, you're going to sit there, you have to literally go through story after story after story. You have to put it all together. A lot of time is consumed. How in the world do you find time to make clothes? Because we all got the same 24, and I was always told you can do whatever you want to do in that same 24, and I believe it. But how does a reporter of your status and stature be able to divert herself for however much time you can divert yourself from that busy day? It's like almost like a teacher in a sense. Like a teacher, like you got all those pages, you got a grade and stuff, but you go a little bit deeper than a teacher because you have to literally not just teach everybody and educate everybody, but you got to go get the story.
Absolutely. Well, it's a lot. I'm a busy woman. I do a lot. The clothing line is just one of the many things that I do on my day-to-day basis. But honestly, it's just about prioritizing your time. You can do whatever you want to do. I definitely work the 9-to-5 job, but I utilize my time wisely on the weekends. You know, if I'm making clothes or cutting fabric or doing whatever, shipping out merchandise or whatnot, I utilize my time how I need to and prioritize what's most important. So I make time, but I got into fashion because I've always been into fashion. I've loved dressing up and clothes ever since I was a kid. I used to model. As a kid, I modeled for JCPenney and, you know, doing different things, and modeling and my love for fashion were kind of like hand in hand. So I definitely wanted to express that. And actually, during the pandemic is when I launched my business because I had a little bit more downtime to actually hone in and focus on what I wanted to do.
Everybody had time to zone in. You couldn't go nowhere.
We were all at home.
Where was you going?
So, you know, we had time.
We definitely had time. But speaking of time, hey, don't y'all go down a damn bit of nowhere, because after this commercial break, we got more with Brittney Verner coming up next, baby. Welcome back, everybody. And man, we just gonna keep this interview going. Brittney, you've been amazing so far, man. So, look, I'm trying to be figuring out how you find all these amazing locations. And what do I mean by that? Y'all like amazing locations? What are you talking about? This woman right here travels, and she travels in style. I mean, she be out there traveling in different, most of y'all travel, and y'all go from point A to point B, and then, you know, you do your things when you're there. You might have a couple little excursions. But this woman right here, when she travels like a queen would travel. I gotta understand, to help me understand and put me on game.
Well,
how is this traveling game? And you heard you have a traveling blog, and you got an amazing thing going on with this. Tell us about where you've been and where you're headed and where you'd like to go.
Absolutely. Well, I love traveling. Been traveling all of my life. And actually, this is probably the third weekend that I've been home in Maryland or in the DMV area all summer. So I've been gone every single weekend for the most part. Travel a lot of places. Some of the places that I've been recently, I went to New York for Fashion Week. You were there. Before that, I went to Napa. I love Napa. I've been quite a few times, but that was where I kind of vacationed this year.
Nice.
South Carolina, Florida. I went to Denver for the first time this year.
Really?
I had never been to Denver. Yeah.
I heard it's extremely cold up there at all times of the year.
It wasn't cold. It wasn't
Really?
that cold. No. It was actually, I mean, it's West Coast, so you have to.
Can I ask, what attracted you to Denver? Because, like, it's not a normal place that most people are. I'm going to Denver. Like.
Well, I wanted to go because it was somewhere that I had never been. And I said this year I was going to try to take more trips to places that I haven't been, just so that I can explore, so I can cross it off the list. You know, I haven't been to Seattle yet. That's one place that I haven't been.
It's rainy up there. It rains a lot.
I heard. I'm going to Boston this year. I haven't never been to Boston.
Oh man, look, Boston was fun when I went for a track meet back when I was, a collegiate athlete, and we did these things. Yeah, we went to Boston, man. As a matter of fact, one of our, we got some guests out there in the crowd. It was actually one of my teammates a long time ago. We're not gonna talk about him right now. We held it down for Morgan State University. That's what we did. But so yeah, Boston was really an amazing place. Where else have you been?
I've been a lot of places. So abroad, I traveled through Spain. Once I graduated college, I did Barcelona, Madrid, Ibiza.
So
they
are you
call
fluent?
it Ibiza. I'm semi-fluent. So Spanish was actually one of my minors in college. Spanish and public relations. So me habla español, más o menos. So yeah.
I feel it. Yep.
So I love to travel. I'm a foodie. I love to eat. You love to eat, right?
Oh yes, man. Look, I heard you're a seafood fanatic.
I am.
Like a connoisseur. So tell me, if a perfect dish for Brittney while she's traveling. Say you out in the Maldives. Out there, you got your cabana right there, and they got the little ones that are over the water with the see-through water. You can see the fish that you can pick out and put right there on the fire. Tell me, what's the perfect meal looking like for Brittney on vacation?
Oh, I hope they have some sea bass, or
You putting some Old Bay on that? Them people down there in the DMV that love that Old Bay.
I put some Old Bay on some salmon, not on the sea bass though. I don't know about on the sea bass. I don't know. I like the miso on the sea bass.
Okay.
Like
We find out.
sauce. But hopefully they have a Nobu. Because I love Nobu. That's one of
but
my
they have
favorite.
Nobu. Yeah, Maldives people, y'all watching. Y'all got Nobu out there? Let me know. Just tag the pharmacist to say, look, we got Nobu, and we coming up to go get Nobu right there in the Maldives. What is it?
I would love that. Yeah.
So that's the perfect
They're the creators of the miso.
Really?
Yes.
Now miso soup is man. Look.
Miso soup is good, but miso soup doesn't taste like the miso salmon or like the miso sea bass or whatnot.
I haven't gone that far with experimenting, but now I'm going to.
You gotta go to
I'm
Nobu.
definitely
There's
going
one
to.
right here in DC. I actually went a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, let me find out.
So you gotta try it out.
Oh yeah, we
really,
definitely
really
gonna try it out. We definitely gonna try it out. Now I got to ask you. We want to know if you want to play this game. You want to play a game with us?
I'm ready. Let's
All
play
right,
it.
we got a game called Keep or Sweep. Ladies and gentlemen, the rules of this game is really, really easy. All you gotta do is we give you a scenario, and you gotta tell us if you're keeping them or is you sweeping them. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Are you ready? All right, let's do it. First things first. So, the scenario is this. The brother looks good. He smells good. Hair is all shaped up. He's looking like $1 million. He comes through, but his teeth is jacked up and the breath is foul. He looks like $1 million. Is you keeping or is you sweeping?
To the left.
Woo, he don't even get an opportunity to tell what he do. He might have been a billionaire trying to figure it out. No, but she ain't giving a giant cool, say less. All right, cool.
It's a man.
So, man on the street comes up to you, right? He got a handful of flowers. He lets you know that, hey, I've seen you. I've been trying to figure out how I can get a hold of you. I bought you some flowers today. This is the only way I can get a hold of you. Now, the man don't look like he much. Now, he ain't got no suit on. He got some kicks on, look like he's probably working out. You really don't know what he got. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seen the Benz yet. You ain't seen the BMW. If he got one, we don't know.
Okay.
Man, just being nice and bringing you flowers on the street, you're keeping or is you sweeping? You're dropping that number. Is he get the date or is he got to get the skates?
You know what? Maybe I'll give him a date. He may have just finished working out. I like flowers, so as long as they're, nice roses, we can work something out.
We can work something out.
Maybe.
No. Where he got to take you, though, for the date? Where he taking you for the date?
5-star.
5 stars, nothing less than. Y'all better look here. If y'all gonna get it, y'all look. So I gotta know who you picking, okay? Denzel Washington on the street, on the left side of the street. You got Will Smith on the other side of the street. Will's free agent. We know Will's free agent.
Those are two married men, so name one of those. You need
but
to
if they weren't married and they was in movie acting mode as an actor, who was a favorite actor?
Who's the favorite actor?
Who's your favorite actor?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yes.
That's a really hard one. I like them both.
You got to keep or sweep one.
Oh, I can't do that. Those are two great people.
But you gotta pick one. Like now, you gotta look. This one movie. You gotta pick the main role. Now you're entrusted with picking the main character. Now you got Will. You got the Fresh Prince that went all the way over to,
I love his energy.
to 7 pounds, and then you had the Pursuit of Happiness, and then you got that other man that's on fire, and you got that Pelican Brief, and then you got that Philadelphia, and then you got.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Denzel just because he a little older, he a little more seasoned, like.
John Q, man, I saw John Q. I was like, somebody better get this man a award. So you see the boy was grabbing his heart, and Denzel was like, "Oh, my son." Man, all right. So well, you lost this one, dog. We got swept again. So all right. So you last one. We gonna get up out of here. So since we laugh, as we talking comedians now, we talking comedians. So if you got to pick the last cut for the comedians, you keeping is you sweeping. So the heavyweight is you got Mike Epps. Mike Epps. We talking Day. We talking the change. Now we talking Day or we gonna keep Cat Williams. Which one we gonna keep? We gonna keep Day or is we keeping Cat? We keeping
it's gonna be Day for me because I'm a
Ooh.
Friday lover. Love me some Mike Epps. He's super funny. 45, 47.
Man, come on. Hey, look, I'm keeping real with you. If it was me, I'd have kept Cat. Cat's my favorite, man. Cat is a different breed.
Cat is funny.
Look,
he's funny too.
Look, ever since I saw him and Pimpin', and then when I saw him in the Boondocks as a pimp named Slickback, boy, I lost it. I simply lost it. But Brittney, I just want to say thank you for joining us here at Late Night at the Pharmacy, man. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here with us. You got to come back and stop by another time. You're always welcome here at Late Night at the Pharmacy. But hey, guys, don't you got to go not a damn bit of nowhere, because right after this, we got a little bit more Late Night at the Pharmacy. All right, after this, go check out these closed captions, baby. See what we got going on. Cute. Man.